Yes, we are on time. I would like to invite our guest speaker, Faisal Ziauddin. So thank you, Faisal Saab. Nice to see you again. Welcome
Same
to
here,
Global,
same here.
Global Supply Chain Excellence Summit, Edition 4. Thank you very much for joining the session today. Let me give a quick round of introduction to Mr. Faisal. Mr. Faisal is talking about today a smart manufacturing, lean,
I cannot hear you.
Abdulji, you are on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I think you can. I'll just try to introduce Mr. Faisal Saab again. Okay. So welcome, Mr. Faisal, to the show. So thank you very much. I'll try to introduce. The topic today is smart manufacturing, lean, agile, and connected operations. Okay. So Mr. Faisal has 30 plus years of a global experience, led many P&L operations across manufacturing sector in EMEA and beyond. An industrial engineer, he specialized in transformation, process excellence, and driving performance through focused problem solving. His cross-industry expertise spans oil and gas, packaging, telecom, engineering, and education. So I know Faisal Saab for quite long time in Indian Engineers Forum. I'm always amazed how he brings the energy to any discussion and so strong knowledge in the manufacturing and supply chain. So over to you, Faisal Saab. Happy to listen to you.
Yeah, just please make me the host and I will try to share it.
I think you can share it. You can share. Okay. Yeah, you can share it. Screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's visible.
Yes.
You can put in the slideshow mode just to show.
Yeah, looks better.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you can carry on. You can see the screen.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Shah, for that wonderful introduction. We have a simple but complicated topic today, yeah. Especially when we talk about linking lean, agile, and connected operations to smart manufacturing. So why are we talking about smart manufacturing per se? Because to be successful in any segment growth, in terms of the classical volume and revenues is no longer sufficient. Yeah. So how for organizations to adopt quickly to change, seize a competitive edge is vital in implementing manufacturing practices, exceptional benefits of new age, and leverage the benefits of new age technologies to scale horizontally and vertically. On a lighter note, yeah, as a young industrial engineer, when I started my journey in 1990, when people told me to sell computers, as manufacturing was considered dirty, difficult, dull, demanding, and dangerous. We all heard it over the years. And from there, we are leading into talking about smart manufacturing today. My effort today is to make a strong case for smart manufacturing in tandem with lean and agile. And in this regard, I've set out an outline for the presentation as visible on your screens. priorities, expectations, smart manufacturing, lean, agile, connected operations. Basically, I've broken down the topic into smaller modules of smart manufacturing, lean, connected operations. Try to see that where the organizations are today. So put up a scale there to evaluate ourselves that on our journey of smart manufacturing, where we find ourselves today and what it will take for us to move to the next level. There are certain examples of global lighthouse networks, which were sort of coined by World Economic Forum. Lighthouses across the globe. Today, I'm talking about lighthouses primarily in India. And the lessons learned, a lot of lessons from adopting smart manufacturing, especially in India per se, and towards how do we move forward towards smart manufacturing. Basically, as we all understand by now, is it's a journey. And we got to get the people on board, we got to get the leadership on board, we got to get the processes right, we got to eliminate waste, we got to be agile, quick in taking actions, moving from one project to another. While I was preparing this, when I got this topic from Sheikh Saab, I thought one thought came to me while preparing slides, that what are the Google trends relevant for this presentation. I found something very interesting. If you look at this slide, this is starting from 2004. You see a definite catch-up between lean and AI right throughout. So what it indicates is that lean has been a strong runner globally when it comes to organizational excellence journeys. And then all of a sudden, you see in January 2022, a sudden peak in the adoption of AI. And that is where it all adds a lot of color to our discussion today, that why it is imperative for organizations to adopt AI and leverage the technologies. What is Gartner saying about, and especially when we are talking about on a global supply chain summit, then it makes sense to integrate all of this discussion into how will all this add up into digital supply chain strategies. What is Gartner saying in their 21 report? Their 21 report is 86% of manufacturing leaders indicated that smart manufacturing was integral to their digital supply chain strategies. This is where the win-win, and this is where the crux of today's presentation is. Let me just frame the need, that how did we arrive to this, to contextualize our discussion, that how the industrial manufacturing has evolved since 1765 till today. We started with mechanization, we moved to mass production, you all know that, automated productions, and then we had new technologies today. On the other side, if you look at the periods and the trends of production volume to product variety, you will find that in 1800s, we were basically talking about craft production. So craft production is the production of exact product the customers asked, are made up by simple general machines. Due to increasing market demands for achieving high production volume, a need arose for mass production. What entails under mass production is a single product without variation. And then in the 19th, you had the mass production. In the 1960s, we moved into customized production in the early 20th century by increasing the societal demand for customized products. We remember the initial cars, they said that you can get any car of any color as long as it is black. Yeah, this was the paradigm in the early 19th century when Ford was the market leader, and then came Toyota. So Toyota brought in the concept of customized production, and then it went. Today we are talking about personalized production in the 21st century. The globalization creates extreme competition and higher volume of available products on the market due to customization. So what has happened in this, the trend from production volume to product variety, that the craft focusing on product to focusing on targeted market groups and back to individual customers. To encounter these transformations, revolution or evolution, companies must lean and agile enough to remain in the competitive industrial world. So this is how the, say, radar chart looks for the three scenarios: craft production, mass production, mass customization, where it is basically a buy-in between variety, cost, time, under the three scenarios. Let me share a short story. As a young engineering trainee, yeah, I remember for a period of over, in the early 90s, for a period of over 3 years, in a torch and dry cell manufacturing facility, we were tasked to carry out a re-engineering and modernization project for their batch job shop, where we built in a concept of cellular manufacturing, which was pretty early for those years. Basically, lean started to happen sometime in the mid of 80s, 85, 86 to be precise. And we were already talking about cellular manufacturing in the early 90s. So cellular manufacturing basically focused on grouping machines and work instructions, workstations into cells that produce specific part families, improving efficiency, reducing setup times for those parts. This was basically the groundwork for organization to conveniently move to flexible manufacturing, more advanced, utilizing automated material handling and CNC machines to produce a wide variety of parts with minimal changeover times. This has been my initial experience with lean per se, and this is where it got me, into lean full time. So why lean in smart manufacturing? If you look at the depiction here, what has been the traditional thinking? It has been that you have a cost and you add a profit on top of it, and there is a price. This was the initial monopoly businesses, and then came globalization. So there was a strong need to build in lean and agile. So primarily what is lean? It's reducing the waste. Agile is basically adding speed. So what the competitive business environment gave us was that we got the market decides the price. Now, when the market decides the price, so what happens to the COGS, which is the cost of goods sold? So this is where organizations have to introspect, look internally, and see that what are all the ways that are happening. Yeah, what are the process improvement that can happen? How upskilling their people can add value and reduce the cost. So this is something which already a lot of organizations are doing it, but yes, in a very indifferent and a lazy manner. So this is something which organizations have to get serious about and look into their COGS. And personally, if you ask me, it's an extremely pragmatic and sensible route for all the MSMEs in India and elsewhere. Yeah, I have seen it personally when I was working in, like Sheikh Saab mentioned, in Riyadh. We were a monopoly business for instrumentation cables. Yeah, and this was early 98. And then within a span of 4 to 5 years, we saw everybody making instrumentation cables, and we were also getting cheaper instrumentation cables coming from outside of the kingdom. And that is where the whole COGS story hit us very hard. And when the salespeople came back and told, we cannot compete, we have higher prices, and we cannot compete with Chinese, we cannot compete with other people sitting in the market within Egypt, Jordan, UAE, and you name it. And then, because we organizations get into the habit of wasting, they don't like Lean says, the 7 waste. They don't focus on inventories. They have no clue what is lying in the WIP, which is the work in progress. They have huge finished good inventories. There is a lack of coordination between these sales orders and the commitment to the customer. So all of these pile up of inventories, raw material, finished goods, WIP, and this is where you are, unable. The organizations are unable to factor their cost, the COGS correctly. And this is also personally, if you ask me, Lean should be the prefix to smart manufacturing. Organizations should tailor all their Lean and the excellence journeys, because we are not supposed to build in waste in the data. We are supposed to do away with all the waste, and that is happening within the organization. So just to share a very positive outlook of the priorities and expectations, that globally the AI in manufacturing market is poised to grow from 4.1 billion in 2024 to more than 25 billion in 29. In India itself, AI adoption in manufacturing jumped from 8% to 22% in just 1 year. Which is like 157 million to $512 million in 2025. Now, what are the quick takeaways? We have direct cost savings. We have indirect cost savings. You can see the percentages. These are primarily coming from either BCG, Bain, the World Economic Forum. These are the sources for these data that are here. Improvement in customer experiences, reducing time to market, increased revenue. So once any concerned manufacturer will look at this, I don't see, like some of our friends were earlier saying, the buying of the leadership will not be there. Basically, all leaderships are interested in looking at the numbers. What do I gain out of it? What is there for me? So if we are able to, take a pilot project and see that such cost savings are visible to them, I think we will have a long-term association with the organizations which are interested in adopting smart manufacturing per se. Okay, now the first, I just break it down into, say, what is smart manufacturing? Smart manufacturing, the digital backbone, is a data-driven technology-enabled approach, where the integration of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics, and data analytics happen into the manufacturing processes to create more efficient, lean, agile, and connected operations. Okay, so I just tried to depict here that how the smart manufacturing 360 will look like. Yes, basically it leverages. Say if you look at the manufacturing process, which is appearing at the bottom, in the center of the slide. So this can be anything. This can be a single machine. This can be a factory. This can be an oil industry. This can be, you just name it. Yeah. So, but all manufacturing processes for that matter, yeah, will have data. Yes. So you need to put some kind of sensors and actuators and whatnot to leverage the data. Once you get the data, you got to contextualize it to transform into information, which can be further transformed into actionable insights, driving innovations across various sectors. The fourth industrial technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, big data enable real-time data collection analysis, which is then contextualized to provide meaningful information for decision making. And so what are we doing under sensing? Heavily on sensors. Sensing basically to gather data from physical world, capturing information about various parameters like temperature, pressure, location. What do we do with the data? It gets stored in large volume, forming a foundation for analysis and insights. The raw data is not valuable on its own, so there is a need for contextualize it, which understanding the meaning of the data in relation to the environment, purpose, and other relevant factors. For example, temperature data from a sensor is more meaningful when combined with information about the time of day, location, and other environmental conditions. Information per se can be used for optimization, automation, personalization, and even predictive maintenance. Yeah, potential equipment failures before they occur, minimizing downtime and cost. And finally, improve decision making, providing data-driven insight to support better decisions at all levels. So I just put lean and agile under manufacturing process here because as my understanding is that we got to fix the lean part per se prior to we start our journey on smart manufacturing. The agile will help us moving forward to speed up the processes of adopting smart manufacturing holistically. The key features of smart manufacturing: real-time data, advanced analytics and AI, connectivity, automation and robotics, cyber physical system, cloud computing, and edge processing. A twin, basically a digital twin is a virtual representation of a real-world object or a system used to stimulate, monitor, analyze its behavior in a digital environment. It essentially creates a digital replica that mirrors the physical counterpart, allowing for real-time data analysis, performance prediction, and optimization. And by now, all of us know that what are the advantages of putting your data on cloud instead of having your own servers. So the prevalent technologies that we primarily do under smart manufacturing: IoT, artificial digital twin, robotics, automation, cyber security, etc. Cyber security is the key in the Indian context and elsewhere. Benefits: increase productivity, uptime, predictive maintenance, reduces breakdowns, greater agility to respond to demand changes, better resources, energy efficiency, real-time quality control and traceability. Now, doing lean before SM. If we are targeted to do lean, so what are the elements that will be necessary? Elimination of waste, just in time, continuous improvement, standard work, value stream mapping. So lean basically, the Google Trends have also shown us that it's something which remains timeless. And with the integration of smart technologies, their impact multiplies. Lean Lean focuses on eliminating waste. Smart manufacturing lean can be enhanced by digital tools and data-driven decision making. Value stream maps can now be created automatically from real-time data. This leads to faster decisions, less waste, and higher agility. So basically, what smart manufacturing does to lean is it creates a continuous, connected, and autonomous lean. So why do we need what advantages we have if we value stream an organization? The moment you create a value stream for an organization, you will be able to visually see that where are the waste happening. Is it the commitments at the time to the customer? Is it the delays in procuring the material? Is it the shop floor management thing, late arrival of materials, work in progress, pile up in work in progress, unaccounted defects, inventory is piling up. So value stream becomes important. And if you get that populated through smart manufacturing by real-time data, then I think it's a blessing for organizations to take decisions in based on the waste management bit. When it comes to Kaizen, I'm working with an organization presently near Lucknow. And what we have done, it's a 1,000+ organization. And the idea was to lay out the foundation for lean in the organization so that they can gradually graduate into some serious smart manufacturing setups. So when you're talking about 1,000 people, the training and upskilling becomes extremely critical for all the people. Yeah. And when we are talking about training and skilling, then you cannot, inculcate all the problem-solving tools in the teams in one go. So what I had done, we had created Jamba teams, which wherein I have identified and shortlisted team leaders to the tune of say around 30+. And then to set out the tone for problem solving, we have created cross-functional teams. So cross-functional teams on projects which are like low-hanging, which don't need much of CapEx, and where a lot of brainstorming, teamwork, mentorship, and cross-functional interaction. And the overarching thing about this CFT is that these are basically based on the principle of Kaizen. Kaizen primarily, if you know, is small incremental changes. So it's small incremental, when you talk about Kaizen in an organization, it basically is something which is easy for the middle management and down under to understand. The buy-in is easier. And when you are not getting into CapEx bit, the leadership is also willing to adopt something where they can see some serious change happening. So I will share some of the changes or improvement that has happened in the last slide. During the last, say, I've been with them for about 2 years now, 2+ years. So we have brought in some changes on maintenance side and the setup part of it. Yes, traditional in lean manufacturing. So why lean is important, another slide on that. Individual piecework, traditionally, individual teamwork or piecework. When I started my journey in 1990, there used to be a gentleman called Deepak. He was the problem solver for the organization. Say anything and everything that happened, the organization, the management used to go and call him. So over the years, I have understood that we need not one Deepak, we need many Deepaks across the organization, across all verticals, across all functions, actively contributing, and being on the same level of understanding as the best in class employee of the organization is. And that is where the pivot will be for the organizations to move from say level 1 or level 2 to level 3. Yeah, so the how comprehensively and how seriously the training bit is inculcated in the teams. So the next is detection, defective, prevention. Yeah, quality, it comes to 100% prevention. The concept of lean when it comes to quality is inbuilt quality. Yeah, the machine operator is not supposed to pass on that piece of product to the next operation without ensuring that it is 100% quality approved. We do away with in-process quality inspections. Yeah, basically, if you look at from the lean window, in-process quality inspections are waste. They don't add any value. So this is where the quality bit maintenance, reactive run to failure, proactive TPM. I have also done an extensive seven or eight pillar TPM program for the organization, where we have highlighted the need for organizations to bring in the concept of autonomous maintenance within the engineering and O&M and maintenance crews, and see that why it is important to build in that mindset of autonomous maintenance. When we talk about autonomous maintenance, we also understand it that how 5S becomes important in autonomous maintenance, why a single minute of exchange of dies become important in this concept. Yeah. Push batch, pull one piece flow production. Now, this has been a very classical shift, and I think a lot of organizations are still, stuck up in push batch, yeah, which is like the job shop concept, because the primarily understanding of organization is that I have to utilize all my machines 100% all the time. So when you are utilizing all the machines 100% of the time, you will have long batch sizes. Long batch sizes basically entails that your customer orders will get indefinitely delayed. You will produce something it is very rightly captured in the 7 waste of lean: overproduction. Yeah. So overproduction happens when there is a lot of batch size and the lot sizes are big. And if you ask me, in an organization, the 7 waste, out of the 7 waste, the overproduction bit is the most serious one, because the moment you overproduce, the rest of all the other waste, which is transportation, movement, defect, all of that becomes activated. So this is one bit where the one piece flow, and it is also part of the TPS philosophy, which is practiced by Toyota, that why one piece flow is important. And one more metrics which constantly fails for small and medium organizations is OTIF, yeah, on time and full. So because you are following batch production, it's very hard to meet the customer delivery dates, which were at some point of time previously agreed and confirmed by the sales team. And then we have the complex, cumbersome processes, yeah, redundancies. I did a course from Japan in 1999 sometime, where that was the time when Hammer and Champy brought their book of re-engineering, yeah. And basically what they emphasized was that processes have a lot of duplication, a lot of redundancy. You will see in organization the plant manager, the production manager, the supervisor performing largely identical tasks. Yeah. So if the entire team is doing and chasing and following up, issuing job cards to the shop floor, then where is the value addition actually happening? It's not happening at all. As I have understood in my later experiences in multinationals, as you grow in the organization, your value addition component of job should increase, say from 40% to 50% to 60%. Whereas in small and medium organizations, it is largely, it just goes largely flat. Yeah, the supervisor is doing the same thing. The middle management is doing identical thing. Maybe at a higher decibel, shouting out and all of that. And definitely the plant manager is not adding the desired value. Yeah. And this is where I think training the entire crew under the plant manager or the unit head becomes crucial. Yeah. This is if all the team, if say of all the 1,000 people under that leadership is trained on the same level, so you will have lot of low-hanging increments happening in the organization, which boosts the morale of the team. It ensures employee engagement, and it gives a sense of belonging to all the employees, including the leadership, that I can sort of account on you when there is a crisis happening. So it is lean per se is a 360 thing for any organization of small, medium, and large size. Agile, and what is the role of Agile? Agile primarily talks about embracing change and delivering value at a faster rate. I will have to maybe move a little quicker here. Agility in action. Agile teams work in short cycles, gather feedback quickly, make decisions. This allows manufacturers to adopt. So Agile focuses on faster innovation cycles, real-time feedback, key principle, interactive development, production processes, integration of digital tools for adaptive decision-making. See, it's basically agility is a strategic characteristic that is becoming increasingly important for successful companies. As a result, the customer can be supplied with product tailored to the exact requirements in a significantly shorter period of time and higher quality. Connected operations are seamless integration of people, machine, system, processes across value chains. This enables proactive decisions, efficient maintenance, and seamless scaling of operations. Key components, IoTs, Edge, MES, manufacturing execution systems, digital twin, AI, ML, unified communication platforms. Benefit, reduce downtime, improve productivity, end-to-end visibility, faster response, autonomous remote operations, energy saving. This is the classical depiction of if you move from classical manufacturing practices to predictive maintenance. So how this will all add up. Classically, जब हम लोगों की गाड़ी टूट जाती है या खराब हो जाती है, that is the time when you go to the workshop and get it repaired. So the idea is to go to the doctor only once, just before we are not feeling well. Yeah. So predictive maintenance will entail that it will predict the failure and conduct maintenance in advance. So this is one of the quick wins which will happen under smart manufacturing. Digital lean, during one of my previous working experience with a couple of MNCs, which is ABB and Graef. Graef basically is a rigid packaging MNC. We were tracking all the 32 plants in the EMEA region in real time. I could see the live overall equipment effectiveness, OEE, breakdown, defective products, shipments, what has been shipped, safety accident. Besides customers order in hand, inventory, which is both raw material, finished good, for all the plants in real time. And this is basically coming on my laptop as a plant manager. Yeah. So this is the the knowledge, the information that can be shared and also create an competitive advantage within the group of companies. Yeah. Okay, now Lean Industry 4.0 expand the opportunity for operational excellence and revenue growth. So how does this happen? Flexibility, sensors and software enable more efficient changeovers, productivity, predictive algorithms, improve autonomous maintenance, speed, real-time data accelerates production management, quality, data-driven quality control, supports self-inspection, safety, sensors and training in virtual reality, improve working conditions. With an integrated approach, Lean and Industry 4.0 are mutually enabling. Yeah, basically promotes benefit beyond the typical limits of either the two approaches. For example, using sensors and data to provide full transparency into bottlenecks allows the company to sharpen the focus on its lean effort to improve OEE. The payback time for use cases that are properly implemented is less than 3 years. However, if we often see investment that exceed required levels, the benefits derived from Lean Industry 4.0 correlate with efficiency of the underlying process. The company might, avoid automating waste in the form of processes that include non-value adding and non-standardized activity. If a company invests in deploying robots before processes have been optimized, the robots will perform non-value added activities such as necessary movements that reduce the deployment of financial return. Now, this is where the crux of the entire presentation today is, that if a company invests in deploying robots before processes have been optimized, the robots will perform non-value adding activities such as unnecessary movement that reduce the deployment's financial results. Maturity assessment, this is just for an internal assessment for all the participants and whoever is interested, that where are you on your journey of maturity when it comes to computerization, connectivity, visibility, transparency, predictability, and adaptability. Global lighthouse is a concept which only I came to know while I was preparing for this. Thanks to Sheikh Saab for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I did not know before this that there is something called Global Lighthouse Network, and what is a lighthouse and how they are helping. Lighthouse factories are the forefront adopting and implementing core IR technology at scale. Now, this is the new lighthouses that has happened in the world. Yes, in 2024. We have lessons around lighthouse which involve frontline human capabilities, investment in workforce, holistic approach to sustainability, etc., etc. These are some of the positive emerging trends that has happened in the India network. CIAT, Hindustan Lever, Jubilant, Agrivia, Renew, Shipla, Reddy, Mondelez. Unilever use case has been discussed extensively in the business world in India. 20% reduction in unplanned downtime, 15% improvement in OEE. This is the clip, which is like very recent, 16 July. Hindustan Zinc deploys AI system to automate chemical dosing in production. Hindustan Lever's the benefit they have derived out of it. This is the engagement I was talking, where I trained the 1,000 people, and the shutdown losses came down by 6.5%, and the shutdown hours 37%. So in conclusion, basically, we have to remind ourselves that do your lean bit before setting out for capturing the data, digitalization, automation, yeah. And then once you have that thing in place, it is easy and advisable to move into Yeah, smart manufacturing. And nobody is saying that you cannot, you have to stop your lean once you get digitalized. This is an ongoing journey which has to, happen for organizations and people. But yes, by the time you come to this, you will definitely have a mindset within the organization uh, where people will be excited when you talk about lean and smart manufacturing. Indian government initiatives, national program, Smart Udyog, AI mission, centers for excellence. So Indian government is there to help us out on a lot of fronts. It's a journey, and the part that really excites me, Sheikh Saab, is the point number 5. Yeah. So once and I can see that in your journey also, that you are somewhere around 5 when you are feeding the frenzy. Yes.
That's true.
And this definitely takes determination, patience, and lot of bringing a lot of people together. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think I within limit or I exceeded. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's a couple of minutes, but so thank you, Faisal Saab. You gave a very nice overview of that very difficult concept, which can be understood by any executive. So that is number 1. And number 2, you touch very relevant points, which is very critical. One point I really liked is in the first point of lean, you said the price minus cost is profit. That is very, very simple concept, but you hit the point. Okay. So now the price, the cost plus profit is equals to price. That days are gone. So now you cannot do that anymore. So now you have to fix a price and then come back to the cost. Okay, that is fantastic explanation. You did it. Fantastic points. And the global lighthouse network is something which is very interesting. Yeah. Industry is going towards business networks. Okay, so they want to collaborate in one way or other. All these supply chains, it's a no more individual competition. It's a supply chain to supply chain. Okay, so the more you collaborate within the supply chain, the whole supply chain is very competitive. Okay, otherwise, you fight within the supply chain, your whole supply chain become incompetent. That's a trend. Now they are going a little more, especially in the pharma and the aviation industry, and I think it will come. It will be done everywhere across the globe. But it is not done haphazardly. It is done industry by industry based on the organizations. That's something very nice. Okay. So any key insights, because you touch very complicated topics like smart manufacturing, lean, agile. So any key insights so that the mid-size manufacturing companies, startups can take away from this lecture, Faisal sir?
Journey per se. Yeah. If you look at the journey per se, this is not going to happen in a short term. So the broader the organization that I am working is an agri-based industry. Yes. So and this is a 50-year-old organization. So one of the lessons that I have learned from doing this transformation is that the need, which is critical to bring in all the people to the same level. Tell them about problem solving, tell them about lean concept, tell them about your business process. Many people are working in the organization. They don't know the difference between sales, production, warehouse. They are working in silos, strictly defined, and their immediate supervisors are not allowing them to deviate from the silos. So until unless all your 100,000, whatever number of people have a holistic view of the organization, and the management is transparent, that say a 1 ton of copper is scrapped on the shop floor, what is the cost of that copper? If that is not visible on the daily poster or the CCTV somewhere, that guys, what you have scrapped, this is the value of that. So that kind of interface, that kind of, brainstorming is the need of the hour. The rest of the adding of the technologies, so the moment the organizations refine the process, like you asked me, and engage the people, the technologies will fall in place.
All in place. Yeah. Now, I think one most important point you mentioned is technology is there. Okay.
Yes.
So technology is there. Maybe it is there more than what you need. Okay. Now, it's a question of your readiness as an organization. Be ready. Take what is required. You don't have to take everything and then create a problem for yourself. Take what is required and go in a step. But only most important point is have a bigger view. So what you need it in a course of time. And then this will help you. Okay, now what I don't have? What is missing? Now how can I reach there in a step-by-step approach? So this way you don't lose the sight. At the same time, you don't create a problem for yourself by overloading of initiatives. Do it step by step, and then you achieve, and then become competitive instead of becoming obsolete. Otherwise, it will be a very big pain area to have a step improvement in the digital transformation. It will be a very big problem. Okay, so that is the great advice, Faisal sir.
Yeah, as a departing note, and thank you for that wonderful session. I think what you are doing is phenomenal, Sheikh Saab. But I think you got to attach that what improvements happen in the organization. How does the management see that on the financial side? Because I think that is a gray area, and that is where some of our friends have said that the leadership buy-in doesn't happen. So how quickly the management sees that financial aspect of it, that guys, we did this, and this is how this is added up, or we had a wrong shipment. This is the cost of the goods, or COQ that has added to this wrong shipment. So something that add value to the financials in real time.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. I think either you show how the revenue is going to be increased, or you show how it is affecting your cost, bottom line. So any one of these, if you touch, I think management will have a buy-in. Very good, great point. Very well said, Faisal sir. So thank you very much for a wonderful lecture. As usual, you always inspire our team. So thank you, Faisal sir. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand to Mr. Faisal. And if you have any questions to be asked to Mr. Faisal, don't get shy. Write a message to us. So we are all available. The whole organization team, organizing committee is available. So they can help you to reach your favorite speakers. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done very important sessions. For today, 3 sessions. Now that we are jumping into 4th session